From deep forests to shadowy deserts, America is home to some of the most mysterious and terrifying mythological creatures. Here are the top 10 American mythological critters that might make you think twice before exploring the great outdoors. The silver cat is a more obscure cryptid, with its origins likely rooted in localized folklore and stories that reflect the spirit of the mysterious American wilderness. These spectral felines are often described as shimmering ghostly cats with fur that glows like moonlight, appearing in the dense woods during foggy nights. Some tales suggest they act as guardians of hidden treasures or lost travelers, leading those in need out of the woods or toward safety. Yet, they can be elusive, disappearing as soon as one tries to approach or capture them on camera. Unlike more fearsome creatures, the silver cat is often seen as a neutral or even benevolent spirit, blending the mystery of cryptids with the ethereal nature of ghost stories. Despite being lesser known, the idea of a spectral animal like the silver cat taps into the fascination with the unknown that defines so much of American mythology. The Goombaroo. The Gumbaroo's origin story comes from the tall tales of lumberjacks in the Pacific Northwest, a region already filled with legends and strange creatures. This bear-like cryptid is said to have tough, rubbery skin, almost impenetrable by bullets or arrows. Its skin is so resilient that any impact supposedly bounces right off, making it nearly impossible to hunt. However, there's a catch. The gumbaroo is rumored to be highly flammable. If exposed to fire, it's said to explode with a tremendous bang, leaving nothing but singed remains. Some stories claim the gumbaroo has an insatiable appetite and will swallow anything in its path, from logs to unsuspecting animals. These stories reflect the playful exaggeration typical of lumberjack folklore, but they also capture the fear of the wild unknown that early settlers and workers experienced. It's a tale that brings humor and danger together, embodying the rough-and-tumble spirit of frontier life. The roperite. The roperite is one of the strangest creatures to emerge from the southwestern folklore tradition. Imagine a bird that looks somewhat like a giant roadrunner, but with a long rope-like beak it uses like a lasso. According to tales, the roperite would use its beak to snare small animals, dragging them in for a meal. Stories of the roperite are often filled with humorous exaggeration, emphasizing the creature's skill in using its beak as a tool, much like a cowboy with a lasso. The desert Southwest, with its vast open spaces and arid landscape, is the perfect backdrop for such a whimsical creature. While there's no physical evidence of the roperite, its legend lives on as part of the rich storytelling tradition of the region, blending cowboy culture with the wild imagination that came from long nights by the campfire. It's a reminder of how the early settlers would use storytelling to make sense of the unfamiliar landscapes they encountered. The leprechaun. The leprechaun is a variant of the famous leprechaun legend, but with a unique American twist. This diminutive creature has its roots in Irish folklore, brought over by Irish immigrants, and adapted into new stories in the New World. Unlike its European counterpart, which is often associated with pots of gold and mischievous tricks, the leprechaun of American folklore has been described as more reclusive, lurking in the shadows of dense forests or abandoned mines. Some stories suggest they guard secret tunnels or hidden caches left behind during the gold rush. Encounters with a leprechaun are rare and typically involve glimpses of a small, humanoid figure darting between the trees or hearing strange, echoing laughter in the woods. The leprechaun blends the whimsical charm of its Irish origins with the rugged, mysterious character of the American frontier, creating a unique piece of folklore that reflects the cultural melting pot of the United States. The funeral mountain tarashot. The funeral mountain tarashot is one of the many strange creatures invented by miners and settlers trying to navigate the harsh desert landscapes of the American West. It's described as looking like a walking barrel with short legs, slowly making its way down the mountainside. As the name suggests, these creatures would descend the slopes of the funeral mountains, but their journey was always a fatal one. When they reached the heat of the valley floor, the tarashots would overheat and explode, leaving behind a cloud of dust and splintered remains. The tale of the funeral mountain tarashot likely arose as a way to explain strange sounds or unexplained phenomena in the desert, turning the barren, lifeless landscape into something more animated and unpredictable. It's a story that captures the dry humor and the strange sense of wonder that accompanied the pioneers as they explored uncharted territories. The Slide Rock Bolter. The Slide Rock Bolter is one of Colorado's most infamous mythological creatures, particularly among those who braved the high, steep mountainsides. This whale-like creature supposedly clings to the peaks with its hook-shaped tail, waiting for unsuspecting travelers to wander into its path below. When it sees an opportunity, the Slide Rock Bolter releases its grip, sliding down the mountain at breakneck speed, scooping up everything in its path with its massive mouth. The story is full of exaggerated detail, describing entire logging camps swallowed in a single gulp. It's a tale that likely began as a cautionary story among lumberjacks and miners, warning of the dangers of the steep, unstable terrain. While it's easy to dismiss the Slide Rock Bolter as pure fiction, it's a great example of how people used humor and tall tales to cope with the real dangers of working in the rugged Colorado wilderness, where rock slides and avalanches were constant threats. The Tote Road Shagamaw. The Tote Road Shagamaw is a curious creature from the woods of Maine and the northern forests with a talent for confusing trackers and hunters. According to legend, the Shagamaw is a hybrid of a bear and a moose, but its trickiest feature is how it changes its footprints. For a few miles, it walks on its bear-like front legs, leaving paw prints in the dirt. Then, without warning, it switches to walking on its moose-like hind legs, leaving hoof prints instead. This constant switching bewilders those who try to follow its trail, leading to wild goose chases deep into the woods. The story of the Shagamaw is a testament to the creativity and humor of lumberjack folklore, embodying the playfulness of campfire tales. It's a story that transforms a simple walk in the woods into a magical, puzzling adventure and serves as a reminder of the storytelling traditions that thrived in the logging camps of the 19th century. The Wapaloosia. The Wapaloosie is a pint-sized but fierce critter that's said to roam the thick forests of the Pacific Northwest. Resembling a cross between a weasel and a porcupine, it's known for its tough fur, which bristles into sharp spines when threatened. According to tales, the Wapaloosie has a feisty temperament, not backing down even against much larger animals, making it a symbol of the scrappy, determined spirit of the wilderness. Some stories even claim that lumberjacks would capture Wapaloosies and keep them as camp mascots, though this was likely just part of the tall tales used to pass the time. The Wapaloosie reflects the rugged, untamed character of the northwestern forests, where small but tough creatures survive against the odds. It's a reminder of how the natural world was viewed as both an adversary and a source of endless fascination to those who lived on the edge of civilization. The Cactus Cat. The cactus cat is a peculiar creature that supposedly roams the deserts of the American Southwest. Covered in thorn-like spines, it has a tail as sharp as a cactus spine, which it uses to slash open cacti to drink their juice. According to legend, the cactus cat becomes intoxicated after drinking the fermented sap of the cacti, leading it to stagger around the desert, yowling and causing trouble. Its haunting cries, often compared to a banshee's wail, are said to fill the night air, causing desert travelers to look over their shoulders. The cactus cat is an imaginative blend of the harsh desert environment and the playful nature of folklore, giving a personality to the mysterious sounds and shadows of the desert night. It serves as a cautionary tale for those who might venture too far into the desert without understanding its hidden dangers. After all, in a land of sharp spines and searing heat, even the local wildlife can have a bite. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe to the channel for more video,